Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to recapping the movie The Heist of the Century. The film opens with Fernando, a painter and judo instructor on his way home one night. He stops to smoke a cigarette, then tosses it into a pool of water. When finished, the cigarette drifts in an unknown direction, until falling into a sewer near the Bank of Rio. Intrigued, Fernando descends into the sewer where a crazy idea strikes: robbing the bank by tunneling underground the next day. Fernando excitedly pitches the heist to his civil engineer friend Sebastian. Though intrigued, Sebastian lacks the funds to purchase the necessary equipment. They consider who could finance the operation. And Fernando thinks of his old friend Deboa. Fernando explains the plan, but Deza also lacks the money. However, Deboa knows a wealthy contact, Mario, who he arranges to meet with Fernando. Excited by the details, Mario agrees to bankroll the heist. They descend into the sewers beneath the bank, where Fernando lowers a rope to take measurements after visiting the tunnel to discuss the plan. Fernando and Sebastian took pictures of the bank for reconnaissance that night. Deb Boza bicycled to the sewer and measured the exact 7m distance to the bank. Meanwhile, Fernando and Mario began writing the detailed plan. They acquired the necessary equipment and started digging the tunnel, needing more help. Sebastian recruited his friend Alberto to join them. Fernando struggled to quickly open the safe deposit boxes, so he asked Sebastian to design a machine that could swiftly crack the safes. To do so, Mario rented a similar safe from the bank for Sebastian to examine its inner workings. They persevered in digging the tunnel day after day, nearing their goal. They added a getaway driver named G.A. to the team while waiting outside the bank for Alberto. One day, Hanan cleverly diverted the suspicious police by claiming he was waiting for a friend, just as Alberto arrived with his wife, saving the situation. However, when they reached the planned robbery location, Mario angrily confronted Alberto for betraying the plan by telling his wife about it, but he reassured him that his wife loves him deeply and would never hurt him. Then they proceeded to finish the excavation. But Mario asked Fernando how to open the bank vault. Fernando admitted he didn't have a plan yet but would figure it out soon. Frustrated, Mario told him he wouldn't waste money on a failed plan, then left that night. As Fernando lay with his fiancée, a dangerous idea came to him. He went straight to Mario and said the bank was heavily guarded when closed, so they had to change the plan. The new plan was they would enter the bank normally during the day, then rob it, escaping through a prepared tunnel. The police would think they were trapped inside, though they had simply walked out. Mario liked the plan, so they got to work. They put glue on their fingers to hide fingerprints. Sebastian went to the tunnel while Mario and Deboa disguised themselves and went to the garage. Fernando and Alberto, also in disguise, entered the bank and equipped themselves. They started robbing the bank and locked the garage entrance in case the police tried to enter that way. When an alarm sounded, the gang pretended to be trapped and nervous. They took a girl hostage at gunpoint. The robbers asked the employee in charge of the safe to open it. They had already incapacitated the security guards by taking their phones and destroying the bank's internal cameras. At this point, Sebastian entered the bank through the tunnel they had dug. The plan was working perfectly. They began stealing money from the bank. Sebastian had built a machine that could open the deposit boxes in just 7 seconds, allowing them to access the unmarked bills inside. This way, the police would have a harder time tracking the stolen money. They managed to open all the boxes. Just then, Mig, the designated negotiator, arrived, DD, outside. He called one of the guards' phones, which was answered by Mario. Earlier, Fernando had provided Mario with a police negotiation handbook to help predict Miguel's strategy. Miguel asked about their demands, and Mario requested the Attorney General come inside to guarantee no jail time. Miguel agreed, but only if a hostage was first released as a show of good faith. Mario complied. Miguel called back to say the Attorney General was ready to enter, but Fernando told Mario the safe-cracking device needed rest. So Mario prolonged the call by asking for the negotiator's name when Miguel provided it. Mario feigned outrage at the choice and refused to speak with the man, having bought the robbers more time. Instead, he gave Miguel the lawyer's number, which was actually Mario's number as well. Meanwhile, Fernando managed to restart the machine, and they continued opening the safes. Miguel called the lawyer, who was originally Mario in disguise. Miguel, informed him that his client was robbing the bank and had taken hostages. The lawyer asked for the name of this client, but Miguel did not know it. At this point, the robbery group was nearly finished. They gathered the money and gold into bags, waiting for the right moment to escape. Mario called Miguel and oddly requested 5 types of pizza, hoping to fool the police into thinking the gang was still inside. However, Miguel grew suspicious of the unusual order. Miguel asked the official responsible for the bank security to enter and stop the robbery, but they refused. The group asked the bank manager if there were any other exits besides the garage and main entrance, but he confirmed there were none. The gang then transferred the stolen cash and disposed of their fake weapons inside the bank. They left a note telling the hostages not to move, then escaped through a hidden tunnel. Cleaning up evidence as they went, they had left a boat in the sewers to transport the stolen money. When Miguel finally entered the bank, he discovered the tunnel, but the robbers had already fled using ropes to pull out money and gold through a sewer duct. GA drove the getaway car as they fled the scene with the largest bank robbery in history complete. The thieves went their separate ways. The men took their cut and began living luxuriously as they had dreamed. Alberto bought a fancy new car, and one day saw a woman he fancied at a club. He began an affair, but his wife soon discovered it and reported him to the police. They arrested Alberto and found his stash, then apprehended Juan and Sebastian too at home, with his daughter Mario locked her in the bathroom as the police surrounded the house, but they arrested him regardless. Fernando neared the border when a patrol car stopped him for questioning. Officers searched his tent, found his loot, and took him in after serving time. Fernando was met by Mario upon release. Mario showed a headline branding Fernando the mastermind. Their sentences were light since they carried no real guns, but Alberto's betrayal of his wife had sealed their fates.